Here's where the family from Little People, Big World are today. Little People, Big World has been a hit reality TV show since 2006, chronicling the Roloff family's lives. Zach Roloff, the only remaining cast member, shared significant milestones with fans until his departure after season 25. Despite the show's end, Zach continues to stay connected to fans through the podcast Raising Heights and his work on the Roloff farm. In 2006, TLC launched a reality show that was unlike any other on television. That show was Little People, Big World, and it has become one of the most immensely popular reality television series on TV today. Little People, Big World chronicles the lives of the six-member Roloff family. When the show began, the Roloffs lived on a farm near Portland, Oregon. The episodes mostly focused on the parents, Matt and Amy, and one of their kids, Zach, who has dwarfism in the early days. As the show went on for nearly 2 decades more, the kids got married, Matt and Amy got divorced, and dynamics and storylines changed. Fans continued to tune in, even with most of the kids not returning to the series. But with the cast upheaval, rumors are that season 25 will be the last for Little People, Big World. If that is the case, the show and the Roloff family had an incredible run. Here is where the cast members are today. At the end of 2023, the Roloff family finished filming season 25 of Little People, Big World. When that happened, their contract had also run out. That meant that the family no longer had to abide by an NDA, and Matt Roloff took the opportunity to say that if season 25 was the final season, it would be fine by him. The rest of the family was done with filming. Zach Roloff and his family were not returning to the show, and because of that, it appears that Little People, Big World may have run its course. Having spent the last nearly 2 decades sharing their lives with countless people across the world, Zach very much incorporated his fans in the major milestones of his life. Be it meeting his now wife, Tori Roloff, getting married, or welcoming their 3 kids into the world, it is Zach who makes the majority of his income from the show. He is the only Roloff kid who is still associated with the show since none of his siblings chose to participate. But that also came to an end after season 25, when Zach announced he and Tori would not be returning to the show. Zach spends a good deal of time on the Little People, Big World farm since his father, Matt, still lives on the farm. However, he does not merely go there to visit his family, but also helps them out with odd jobs around the land. During pumpkin season, he gives private tours of the farm, allowing fans to get a glimpse of a behind-the-scenes look of the Roloff farm. He also shares engaging tales about well-known landmarks around the land. Zach also co-hosts the podcast Raising Heights with his wife, Tori, which has amassed quite a following. Zach has also carved a niche for himself in the Oregon soccer community, having spent many years coaching youth soccer teams in his area. It might interest you to know that he played in the first Copa America Dwarf World Cup, and also in the World Dwarf Games in 2013. Born with dystrophic dysplasia, Matt had to undergo as many as 15 operations as a child to battle this degenerative dwarfism. Following a successful career in Silicon Valley, Matt moved to Portland, Oregon with his then-pregnant wife, Amy. Although the couple eventually split, they continue to co-parent their 4 children and run Roloff Farms. Matt has also made a mark as a motivational speaker, author, and activist. What's more, this star of the hit reality series is still with Corinne Chandler and going strong. The two are engaged and plan to get married sometime in 2024. Matt and Corinne are content spending quality time with their children and grandchildren. If you check out their Instagram profiles, you will find it full of pictures of their grandkids and their daily life updates. They post each other's photos on Instagram quite often, accompanied by sweet and mushy captions that show how much they are in love. Amy suffers from a type of dwarfism known as achondroplasia, though she has not had too many complications. Besides being engaged in acting, coaching, parenting her 4 kids, and teaching, she also runs a philanthropic organization, the Amy Roloff Charity Foundation. The foundation works for the needs of kids, at-risk youths, and disabled individuals. Following her divorce with Matt, Amy and her children settled down in their own lives. Amy has wholeheartedly embraced her newfound entity as an empty nester, with great enthusiasm to explore new things in life. Amy Roloff and Chris Marek, who are part of the Little People, Big World series until it is announced it is canceled, are still going strong since their 2021 wedding. Although the reality stars had to postpone their wedding, they seem to be on cloud nine, which is evident by the way Roloff frequently posts about her husband on social media. Tori Roloff's new dancing video with their kids has fans saying the same thing. Little people, big world stars. And Tori Roloff just posted a new dancing video with their 3 kids, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah, and fans are all saying the same thing. On Tuesday, May 27th, Tori took to Instagram with a playful clip of her family having fun while showing off of their dance moves. "The family that dances together stays together," the former TLC personality captioned her update. In the video, each member of and Tori's family took turns dancing with someone, clapping between each person as a cool transition. The last frame showed all 5 family members dancing together to Calabria 2008, Feet Natasha. In the comments, Tori's followers were delighted by the energetic clip. One Instagram user wrote, "Yes!" Another exclaimed, "Get it, Roloffs!" As someone else admitted, "I have just watched this 20 times." However, many others took notice of Zach's dance moves and couldn't help but comment on them. "Total dad moves Zach," one Instagram user shared. "Go off, Zach," another declared. A different follower commented, "This is awesome, I need to see this full song with all Zach's moves." Meanwhile, yet another fan wrote, "Too cute. This looks like something that Zach wouldn't love to do, but he did great." Little people, big world fans defend Zach and Tori Roloff against critics of their family vacation photos. Zach and Tori Roloff are no strangers to online critics. After appearing on TLC's Little People, Big World as a couple since season 10, and Zach since season 1, they've practically become experts at navigating trolls. However, fans of the reality stars recently stepped in to defend them against critics of their family vacation photos. On Thursday, June 27th, Tori took to Instagram to share photos from a trip she and Zach took with their 3 children, Jackson, 7, Lila, 4, and Josiah. "DC, you're a vibe." She captioned a carousel of pictures from Washington, D.C. "I promise I'm here too." Just behind the @Cananusa, Zach's mom, Amy Roloff, wrote, "Oh, I wish I would have made the trip now. Another time, I hope." Bringing Up Bates star Carlin Bates declared, "So sweet." In the comments, a handful of Instagram users also commented on Jackson and Lila's bowed legs, a common symptom of achondroplasia dwarfism, which they, Josiah and Zach, were all born with. "Poor kid. Is there any treatment for his condition?" one person wrote. To that, a fan snarked, "So glad you caught this. I am sure his parents are so grateful that you pointed it out. I am sure his doctors are truly thankful for the Instagram docs." Another critic pointed out, "Their poor little legs. It looks painful." Several fans defended Zach and Tori, with one writing, "Are you serious? They're on top of the development with their kids. Jackson has had surgery. I'm sure if they were in pain, they wouldn't be walking and the parents would know." Another Instagram user replied, "As someone with a disability, just because something looks painful doesn't mean it is. Zach and Tori are great parents. They will take of their legs when, if it becomes an issue." Meanwhile, someone else echoed in the comments, "They are on top of everything when it comes to their beautiful children, so please don't assume that just because they have small legs and slightly bent, they are amazing parents. I have followed them since before they got married." Unsolicited comments about their kids' appearances must be difficult for Zach and Tori, despite their many years in the spotlight. But at least fans are willing to step in when critics cross a line. Why Little People, Big World's Zach Roloff spent son's 2nd birthday in urgent care. On Tuesday, April 30th, Zach and Tori Roloff's youngest child, Josiah, celebrated his 2nd birthday. The eve of the toddler's big day, however, was a doozy that ended with Zach in urgent care. Little People, Big World's Tori took to her Instagram stories on Monday, April 29th, with a photo showing birthday decorations and a pile of presents on a kitchen island. "Today has been a doozy," the mom of 3 began. "I feel like it's times like these that God is telling us all to slow down," Tori continued. "We ended up at urgent care to help get Zach some relief from sickness. Our floors are being reinstalled, and within 20 minutes of being home, I threw my back out bad and can't move currently, all because I was trying to move furniture on my own." In concluding her update, the TLC star confessed that she has guilt about whether Josiah will remember his birthday. She added, "I'm just praying he feels loved and celebrated." Tori didn't specify what exactly Zach's sickness was. However, in February 2023, he had emergency surgery to repair a shunt in his brain, so hopefully his current illness is not related. Earlier in her Instagram story on April 29th, Tori declared, "Please excuse me while I reminisce on 2 years with our Psy guy," before sharing a slew of photos and videos of her youngest child. In addition to Josiah, Zach and Tori share a son, Jackson, almost 7, and a daughter, Lila, 4. An update on Zach and Tori Roloff's lives since leaving Little People Big World.